morning, good people. Start your day with KendyK. How's everybody? Where are my external microphones? Where are my external microphones? I should have thought this through before I started the live stream, but I didn't. Hey y'all, hey, it's KendyK all day. Welcome in, friends. It's KendyK all day. Start your day with KendyK. I hope this thing is even charged up. Well, we're going to see today, aren't we? We're going to see today. Thank y'all for being here. It's KendyK all day. Let's see. Right? I think we did it. We'll see here in a second. Thank y'all for being here. It's KendyK all day. Y'all, we're having a conversation about fiber. What are you using to get adequate fiber into your diet? And I'm sharing with you what I am using to push fiber into my diet. Whole foods are best. And so I've got a combination of whole foods and all of this is screaming more fiber in our diets, more fiber in our diets, put more fiber back into our diets. So, welcome in. This is KendyK on week 4 of my Zepbound journey, trying to, well, no, I'm going to lose the weight for the last time. Let me change my mindset on that. I'm going to lose this weight for the last time. Thank you all for being here. It's KendyK all day. Thank y'all for joining me. We are talking fiber and infusing fiber in every meal. That is my goal, to infuse fiber in every meal, because fiber finishes the do loop. It completes the do loop in digestion, okay? It starts and finishes. It's a loop. And for that loop to go round on and round, for the wheels on the bus to go round and round, round and round, the wheels on the bus go round and round all through the town. For digestion to go round and round, in through the mouth, out through the, For that to happen, friends, you've got to be pushing fiber, especially if you're on a GLP-1. And that is my journey at this moment. I am new to this process. And just as you might have heard or known, one of the side effects. So a side effect of taking the GLP-1 is weight loss. That's why I decided to take the GLP-1s, and I chose Zepbound. My doctor and I chose Zepbound, and I am super excited about the process. 11 and a half pounds down so far. I have not weighed today. So that's another question I have for you. If you're listening and if you're using a GLP-1, do you weigh every day? Because typically I'm aware every day. But y'all, I'm starting to have anxiety about weighing every day, where I haven't had anxiety before. And I think it's the pressure of being on YouTube and on a weight loss journey, a public weight loss journey, though I was always on YouTube sharing my lifestyle. And that included working with a registered dietitian. So, yeah. So, we are talking fiber because it is important. Fiber is important because it starts and ends the do loop in your digestive health. Okay. Pushing fiber, eating whole foods that are rich in fiber, particularly when you are trying to maximize your protein intake as well. The fiber is so important to push that food through your body, because a side effect of GLP-1s for weight loss is that, yes, a positive side effect is that you lose weight. But a less appealing side effect is that it's going to slow down your digestive system. Mhm. So you feel fuller longer and would then have less of a propensity to eat. Yeah, I'm new to all of the language, so help me out. Drop in the comments. If you have something to add to the conversation, I'm all ears. Yes, in this space, being on a GLP-1, Zepbound, I'm on 2.5 milligrams. That is my starter dose. And this is week 4 on that dose. And we've got to talk about what happened to dose number 3, KendyK. I'll tell you in a second. Thank y'all for being here. So, got a lot of things going on, and I'm just focusing today on just making sure I have fiber every day of the week. And so, this is what I picked up at the grocery store, a small cabbage, because y'all, everything just has to go down to small now because it's just not needed. And this should be enough cabbage to add cabbage every day. Cabbage is roughage, and I know that that is a good boost for fiber. And thank goodness KendyK loves cabbage. So, cabbage it is. So, I'm just talking fiber today. I am going through my recipes, just giving myself new inspiration for how to fix cabbage, and going through my cabbage playlist because, yes, KendyK loves cabbage, and so I have quite a few cabbage recipes already in place, and just reminding myself how I fix cabbage, and because I'm going in for the cabbage this week intentionally so that I can push the fiber into my diet, infusing my fiber at every meal. Thank y'all for being here. It's KendyK all day. So we're talking fiber, we're talking weight loss, Zepbound weight loss, week 4 for KendyK, focusing on fiber. It's a focus on fiber. This is my Zepbound journey. Thank y'all for being here. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere, friends. Yep. So let me see here. Looks different for some reason. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What do you eat to increase fiber into your diet? I am focusing on my health and wellness at this moment, and my major priority is to decrease my weight, which is going to decrease my body mass index, my BMI, which is going to decrease my blood pressure, continue to decrease my blood pressure, all of the things. I know that with continued weight loss, I'm going to be decreasing inflammation in my body because I'm eating clean. I'm eating more whole foods. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. So that means that you guys are able to hear me. Um, so this is me talking fiber with the village with you all. So I'm we're just going to take a look at fiber and fiber intake. And this is what I picked up in the store in my quick grocery run. I've got a cabbage, great fiber source. And don't forget that you're going to get a lot of fiber out of your fruits and vegetables as well, like your apples with the peel on, great source of fiber. I love apples, and these apples are from the Pacific Northwest. Shout out to the Pacific Northwest. I'm just saying, these are cosmic apples, and they come in different sizes they come in different size bags depending on where you pick them up. I usually get mine at Sam's or Costco, but I even saw that Aldi's now sells them. Shout out to Aldi's because they tend to have the freshest fruit. and veggies. So check if you haven't stopped in with Aldi's, check them out. So let's just see how this goes. We're doing a quick look at our fiber and how I am pushing fiber this week. My berries, y'all. I had this fruit in the fridge, and so I have eaten a few berries. I have eaten about half of the blackberries. Blackberries were so delicious, so delicious. So I'm going to finish getting these strawberries. I'm going to get them. Everything, nothing has been washed, and so I've got to get everything cleaned up. But I just thought that we would talk about fiber and what I am doing to intentionally increase my fiber intake. Thank you all for being here. It's KendyK all day. So that's what we're doing today. What are you getting into today? It's all about fiber. It's all about my weight loss. It's all about my wellness journey using Zepbound. So glad to add Zepbound to my weight loss journey because I'm seeing the scale move and that helps. It is very motivating to see the scale moving down in the right direction. And y'all, I can't, it's unbelievable. And I am so happy that I am able to use this medication as part of my weight loss and health and wellness journey. I tell you, I'm just super pleased. So I got a lot of great tips from the Monday night GLP-1 Real Talk Live collective. Those amazing humans coming together every Monday night to talk health and wellness as GLP-1 users, people who might be considering using GLP-1 for weight loss as part of their health and wellness journey. We've got folks in maintenance, who meaning that they have reached some of their weight loss goals and now they're just trying to maintain that weight loss and maintain those healthy habits for life. Super inspiring to hear from all of those folks. There was a spotlight yesterday on Doses of Shawnee. Check out Doses of Shawnee because she is also on Zepbound. And you know that I started taking Zepbound. I'm on week 4 of Zepbound. So I just started, y'all. I'm not even a full month into my weight loss journey. And I'm already 11 and a half pounds down. And that is only, so I'm on week 4. I took my week 4 dose on Saturday morning on an empty stomach, no issues there. That was my first dose taken on an empty stomach. So we had some peculiar things to happen. So my week 4 dose, I took it a day late because normally I would take my dose on a Friday night after dinner. And I did not feel well after dinner. I just ate, I don't know, something just didn't agree with my stomach, and my stomach was doing flip flops. And so I just said, you know what? I don't want to be sick and I don't want to mess up my injection. So I just didn't take it. I waited till the next morning. I felt better. My belly was calm and I got up. I took my medication out of the refrigerator because that's where I keep it stored. And I took it out so that it could come up to room temperature because I learned during week 1 that if you use your injection and you inject your medication cold straight from the refrigerator, it tends to have a burn to it. And ain't nobody got time for that. So welcome in. Thank y'all for joining me. We are talking fiber, and I am doing all that I can to increase fiber into my diet with intention. And thank you all for being here. It's KendyK all day. And I'm just getting up and I've got to wash these vegetables and wash my cabbage, of course, and wash my fruit and get it ready. And my berries are looking a little limp because I picked this up. Where did I get this stuff? Today is Tuesday, maybe Friday or Saturday. So yeah, it's time. I need to finish off the blackberries. The blackberries look great in the store and they were delicious. And strawberries are always delicious for me, but I picked them up with intention fiber, because fiber. So other fruits that contain a lot of fiber, and my dietitian gave me a list of these, so that is always helpful. So I am actually using of course, my primary care physician and also my dietitian, a registered dietitian, is supporting me on this journey. And so other high fiber foods that will help you poop. Prunes coming in for the win. Prunes coming in for the win. KendyK already knew that. Friends, and so prunes are perfect foods, and y'all, fiber rich foods help to complete the digestive loop. Okay. Okay, what you ingest. And so y'all, let me just tell you, KendyK, this is how I increase my fiber. These beautiful sun-sweet prunes, dried prunes, friends. Prune a day keeps everything flowing in the right way. Now, most of the things that I know in life, lessons for life, my mama taught me. But I reminded and taught her. I like to say that because she laughs every time. I taught her the power of the prune. Prunes, y'all, I only need to eat one prune, okay? But now that I'm on Zepbound, I might have to up that to two. But friends, eat a prune a day, and I love these ones prunes because then it ensures that the prune is so fresh, and you get them in a package, and but they're called ones because they're all individually packaged. So thank you to the friends at Sunsweet. You're making my Zepbound weight loss journey so much easier. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What other foods contain fiber? Let's talk about it. Other foods that contain fiber. And I've got to go pick up my medication because the pharmacy had already closed last night. Friends, so we've got so much to talk about for week 4. There's so much to talk about for week 4. I'm just saying. Okay, I probably should plug in so that we don't lose power on this device. But I think we have a minute or two. Oranges contain a lot of fiber. Apples with the skin on. So a prune, y'all, 3.5 grams of fiber. Oranges, 1 orange, 3.1 grams of fiber. So actually this list, let me clarify prunes, 3.5 grams of fiber in 5 dried prunes, okay? And I typically eat 1 a day. And I'm going to monitor it more closely this week, because I might need to up that to 1 or 2 prunes a day, because I think my mom said she had been eating 2 prunes a day. And whatever you need to do to complete the full digestion loop, bananas, 1 large banana, 3.5 grams of fiber. Raspberries, half a cup of raspberries, 4 grams of fiber. Lentils, I need to add lentils because it's a whopping 7.8 grams of dietary fiber in a half a cup of lentils. And that lentils would also give me a plant-based protein. I like that. 1/4 of a cup of almonds, 4.5 grams of fiber. Ooh, almonds are coming back into my planning. Cooked artichoke hearts. Half a cup, 7.2 grams of dietary fiber. And I'm not much of an artichoke eater, but I may try it because it gives us a whopping 7.2 grams of dietary fiber. And a bran cereal, 1/2 of a cup, gives us a whopping 12.5 grams of dietary fiber. Okay, this is worth it. It is worth it. So, is there such thing as too much fiber in your diet? No. I think that's a no. There is currently no upper limit to your fiber intake, according to the Institute of Medicine. Okay. Now, if you eat too much fiber, again, fiber is helping to move what you eat through your digestive tract. And so the more fiber you eat, the more it's going to move everything right on through. So when we say move it on through, you know it's coming out. You know what I'm saying? Without me saying it, I think you know what I'm saying without me saying it. Friends, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for joining me. This is KendyK, pushing fiber. We're having a fiber conversation. We're having a week 3 and week 4 conversation because they go together, because this is my weight loss journey and I'm living it. Welcome in, B1 Trucker. Thank you for joining us. We're talking fiber. Have you had any fiber today? And if you haven't, because it's still early in most places, but if you haven't had fiber today, I want you to be intentional, because I'm going to be intentional to eat more fiber every day. And I'm starting with this cabbage. Cabbage is great roughage, great fiber. Yes. Best sources of fiber: berries, fruits, non-starchy vegetables with their skins intact, and nuts. Good sources of fiber. Whole grains, also good sources of fiber. And in addition to the digestion and the increase in fiber, make sure that you are also tag teaming that with an influx of hydration, good water. And my physician made a point and added to my chart. So I love kind of the my chart, because the my chart can give you a good summary of your recent visits. You can ask questions through my chart and get responses from the doctor or their nurse or their medical assistant or PA, physician assistant, whomever. But the health professionals, amen. So I just stopped to get some hydration because we were talking about hydration, and my doctor reminded me to make sure that I'm adding electrolytes so that I get an extra dose of nutrients like potassium and calcium and all of that. And we're going to have to talk about that too. Lots of things to remember, y'all, because 50, KendyK is 50. And if not now, that I take charge of my health and wellness when. Yeah. So I am focusing on those things at this moment. And I'm super pleased with where I am. And I'm not where I want to be, but I'm sure enough not what I used to be. And so thank you. Hi there, Hawaii Comedy Song. Welcome. Thank you for being with us as well. Okay, you got spinach and a naked smoothie. Naked smoothie, those are already pre-mixed, right? Okay, okay. The spinach is good. So I love the fresh that you are eating whole foods like spinach. And I love that everything that I am pushing to support fiber intake is whole foods, including my prunes. They're just dried and packaged. And that's going to help me. So those are blueberries, those are blackberries and strawberries and cabbage and apples. So apples are I love apples because they're so budget friendly. Yeah, and leave the peel on because that's where the good sources of fiber are. Yeah, leave the peel on for a good fiber boost. Yeah, and so I think I'll probably have oatmeal again this morning. So adults, women of a particular age, humans of a particular age. According to this chart given to me by my registered dietitian, I need about 25 grams of fiber daily for maximum digestive health. Okay. Just to keep things flowing in the right direction. It's a loop. Okay. Got to eat more fiber at every meal to keep everything flowing in the right way. Right. Eat fiber throughout the day so that it's just helping to keep things flowing on through my body. Yes. Males, it says, who are of a particular age. So if you are 50 and beyond, according to this chart given to me by my dietitian, 38 grams of fiber per day. These are the recommendations. These are the recommendations. Males 19 to 50 years old and beyond. Oh, you need 30 grams of fiber. Okay. 19 to 50 years old as an adult male, the recommendation is 38 grams of fiber per day. Over 50, 30 grams of fiber per day. Females, that's me, 50 and fabulous. If you are 50 and fabulous means you're over 50, okay? If you are 50 and fabulous, the recommendation for daily fiber intake is 21 grams of fiber. So, y'all, soluble and insoluble fiber will help you poop, okay? And complete the digestive loop in your body. Thank you all for being here. If you can tolerate more fiber than that, great. But these are the suggested recommendations for daily fiber intake. Now, thank you all for being here. I'm going to start prepping my vegetables and my fruit so that I have things ready. And that helps me feel prepared. That helps me feel in control. And so that I can make good health choices throughout the day and throughout the week. So, in addition to eating fiber rich foods with intention, I'm also, you should also, as part of that digestive health, make sure that you are consuming, drinking, staying hydrated, and water works best, even if you're using a bit of electrolytes with it. That was something else talked about on the GLP-1 Real Talk Live panel. Just some amazing things happening there. So fiber rich foods so that you get both the soluble and insoluble fiber. I don't suffer with anything like IBS or IBD, but if you do have some of those digestive issues, if you suffer with some of those things, again, check with your physicians. I certainly am not a medical provider, and this is not medical advice. I am sharing what what I am learning as I go through this weight loss journey using the GLP-1 Zepbound. And this is week 4 of my Zepbound journey. Thank you all for being here. It's KendyK all day. Hi, Mrs. G. Good morning, friends. Good morning. Welcome in. Thank y'all for being here. B1 Trucker. Wow. Is 46 years old and about to run a 5K with your family. That's amazing. A 5K is, ooh, I should know this. 5K, because our good friend in these YouTube streets, Stephanie 57, she did a 5K with her family on Mother's Day last year. I believe that was Mother's Day weekend. 5K is 3.1 miles or 3.2 miles, something like that. Okay. Okay. Congratulate B1 Trucker. Yes, I love that. I love that. So 46, so that means you need to be pushing about 38 grams of fiber is a recommendation for me as a lady of 50, 50 and fabulous. Or if you are 50 and older and female, the recommendation for daily fiber intake is, let me check my chart again. The recommendation for daily fiber intake is, what happened to my fiber intake chart? Yeah, I'm inundated with data. Inundated with data. I want to say it was 30 grams of fiber per day. So that means I need to be pushing fiber at every meal. Can you say that? Every meal? That is amazing, isn't it? Thank you for being here, Mrs. G. Thank y'all. Welcome in, friends. So we've got a poll question going. Do you eat enough fiber? Half of us say yes, and half of us, thank you for being transparent and saying nope, nope. So what I know for sure is that by me adding the prunes, y'all, prunes packed with fiber, y'all, and I love the Sunsweet ones. That's what they're sold in a package, but each of them inside the package are individually wrapped so that they're nice and juicy. They're still dried fruits, but they're nice and juicy, if you know what I mean. And they're not a chore to eat. And then, y'all, I also know because I have to travel for work, they pack well in my travel bag. I'm just saying, yes. And yeah. Thank you, B1 Trucker. Oh, you're so sweet and kind. Thank you for being a kind human. Thank you for being a kind human. You never know what you're going to get in these YouTube streets. But I will say that more often than not, you're going to encounter kind humans. Yeah. You get back what you put out. So more often than not. So I'm pushing fiber and I'm adding lots of roughage to my diet, but don't forget that your fruits have a great boost of fiber as well. So don't forget your fruits, which are also rich and high in fiber as well. So let's talk about some of the things that you can be consuming because KendyK is learning to consume those. Yeah, I was right. So um, at 46 years old, males need 38 grams of fiber per day is the recommendation. And females 19 to 50 years old need 25 grams of fiber, but KendyK is 50 and fabulous. So if you're 50 years of age and older, and as a female, the recommendation for your fiber intake is 21 grams of fiber as we enter our soft years. Yes, yes. And that's why I'm on a weight loss journey, friends, because KendyK wants to lean into the fabulous part of being 50 and fabulous. Yeah. And weight loss is my top priority right now. Thank you all for being here. 21 grams of fiber is the recommendation. And my dietitian shared this information with me. And so, again, I wanted to make sure that I kept a dietitian as part of my healthcare team on this weight loss journey. Yes. And I am using Zepbound. Yeah, so I'm about to wash my fruit and get it ready. Now my blackberries are really fragile. Blackberries and raspberries, as you know, they are very fragile. So I wash them right before I eat them. So but my strawberries, as long as they're good and fresh, and yeah, if they were moldy and they were on their way out when you bought them, now you know you know, they were on their way out, y'all. Okay. But these strawberries are still firm and yeah. So I'm going to get those washed up and show you what I do. And just, more than anything, I'm just doing what I do so that I have things ready so that I make good choices as far as my eating. That is the number one thing to weight loss is being aware of what you are consuming and consuming things that fuel your body. I get it. I get it. I'm learning it. I'm learning it. Yeah. Thank you all for being here. And I think it's okay that some days you get more fiber in than others, but I think with intention, just making sure that as I do my grocery shops, whether that is me going into the grocery store, and I will tell you that you know that I am a fan of the curbside pickup and Walmart delivery on orders over $35. I'm a fan of that because I'm a busy lady at 50 and fabulous. But when it comes to my fresh fruits and vegetables and my meat, KendyK almost always goes into the store herself. Yeah, even if I'm doing a Walmart curbside pickup, if I need fruits and vegetables and or meat, I go into the store. Yeah. So I pick up all the things that other things I need to pick that up and pop in the store, grab those things and grab it real fast. Yep, I grab it real fast. I put on my mask and I go in that store and I'm moving. Get out of my way because KendyK is going in that store grabbing her things and I am out. Yes. Yes. Number one, because if I'm looking around at all this new stuff on those end caps, I might be purchasing things I don't even need. Y'all, yes, yes. So I get in, I get out. And the less time I spend in the store, the less money I spend. Yes. That's why I really do, y'all. I really have seen a significant decrease in my grocery budget because I primarily use curbside pickup at Walmart and or delivery, free delivery for being a Walmart Plus member on orders over $35. Yes, because it stops me from Walmart is capitalizing on us seeing all of that best stuff. They put the new products, the best stuff that they want you to purchase, even if you didn't intend to purchase it. They put it right there on those end caps. And I'm a sucker for those end caps every time. So, yeah. But here lately, I have been picking up my fresh fruits and vegetables at Aldi's. Yeah, check out your local Aldi's. Yeah, I shop less on the aisles in Aldi's, but more so that produce because in every Aldi's so far, every Aldi's that I've gone in all over the country, and they're popping up all over the country now. Aldi's and Lidl's, y'all, they tend to have really fresh produce. I don't know how they're keeping it or what temperature they're keeping it at, but it's always it's you see a big difference in the best way. And so shout out to Aldi. So I picked up fresh blackberries, fresh strawberries, a cabbage, and I already had apples. And when I get back to Sam's Club or Costco, it'll be one of those. I'll pick up more fresh apples and probably some back salad because the back salad contains it's roughage, all the roughage, y'all, fiber, think digestion, think keeping things moving through my body. Yes, it's going to pull off the nutrients that you need, and it's going to send the excess right on through you. Yes, so yeah, when we're talking fiber, we're talking good digestion and good health, and you'll feel better. You'll feel better. So that is one side effect. So one side effect of using a GLP-1 for weight loss, one side effect is that you it will cause you to lose weight. Yeah, so that's actually that side effect is a benefit of GLP-1 use. But then there's also the effect of slowing down your digestive system. And because of that, we need to focus on our fiber intake. And even if you are not taking a GLP-1, we're getting at an age. Okay, we're getting to an age where we just need to be more aware of these things. There's so much information available to us, and it's KendyK is a person I love to laugh. I love to be entertained, and YouTube is good for that. But I also love to learn some things. I love to get more information and talk things out, and so that's what I'm talking about for digestive health. As I'm on this weight loss Zepbound journey, I'm learning so much from so many, and I appreciate those who are sharing their journeys on YouTube because it's helping me, and just super motivated after the GLP-1 panel. GLP-1 Real Talk Live on Monday nights. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. The panelists are just sharing. And what I like is because it's folks like me, I'm just in week 4 of my weight loss journey using a GLP-1, using Zepbound. And then we have folks all the way who are at the highest dose, who are moving into maintenance or moving closer to maintenance. And it's just amazing to hear the stories, to see the things that we are overcoming as we lose the weight, the healthy habits we're adopting. Yeah. Welcome in Grant. I saw Grant and was on one of his live streams, Grant's Faithful GLP-1 Journey. Y'all check him out. It's a 10 out of 10 for me because he's now working out weekly with a trainer. I mean, that's amazing. That is amazing. And friends, I am able now to schedule my visits. And so rather than a trainer, because I've had a trainer before and my last experience with the trainer was not so positive. I just, every trainer has a different style and sometimes it just doesn't mesh. And not to say that person wasn't a good trainer, just didn't mesh with I think how I wanted to be trained. So my primary care physician wrote me a referral for physical therapy because I have had one total knee replacement and I don't want another. I have had one total knee replacement and I don't want another. And I know that I needed a total knee replacement because of excess weight on my knee as a joint. Yes. So, um, my primary care physician wrote me a referral for physical therapy. So, scored that with my good insurance from my employer. And so, I will be starting physical therapy. And yeah, so that's going to work out. So I'm counting that in because, I'm going to get at least 50 minutes to an hour of physical therapy once or twice a week. And yes, that's going to help me in addition to my normal walking. Y'all, I am enjoying the Tai Chi workouts that I am finding on YouTube. I am enjoying the Tai Chi. Y'all, it is helping me move my body. And y'all, the more you do the Tai Chi, y'all, it's like 7, 8 minute workouts, y'all. If you even call them workouts, because it's more just like stretching. Y'all, I can see my body is it's loosening up. And I'm able to stretch a little bit farther, go a little bit, do a little bit more. Yes, 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 and yes, friends. So um, I love that. Oh, y'all, I'm watching Miss Patty. Y'all, she has this pound cake. She made my pound cake. It looks delicious. Yes. Yes. My friends. I'm gonna continue to make pound cakes, y'all. I have to. My family loves my pound cakes. I'm just saying, 7 Up pound cake, KendyK all day. My family loves my pound cake, but y'all, I love to make them a pound cake because I love to share joy. And if that brings them joy, unks, you got me. They're gonna get pound cake, they're gonna get it off. Because I'm gonna bake it and take it right down to them. Because then I could just have maybe a slice. I'll keep a slice or two. And you know what I do with the pound cake? You can take a slice or two and put it in the freezer, and I call back for hard times. Yes. Thank you, friends. Thank you. And welcome in Vicky's World. Vicky's World is a part of the GLP-1 Real Talk Live panel on Monday nights, y'all. It's a collective. It is GLP-1 users at every stage of their weight loss and wellness journey. And we're just talking that real talk and sharing, not sharing medical advice, but sharing our stories in the hopes that it will help someone else as they make the decision uh, to use or not to use GLP-1s for the weight loss journey. So, y'all, we're talking fiber this morning, and I'm pushing high fiber with intention. And y'all, let me just share the things that I'm using this week to push fiber. And Cabbage, KendyK loves cabbage, and check out my cabbage playlist if you need to push fiber into your diet or you need some new ideas for how to infuse fiber into your diet. Check out my Eating to Live playlist is the name of that playlist, but it includes so many cabbage recipes that contain cabbage in the recipe. I'm also intentionally influxing blackberries. Why? Because they look delicious, and they are. And also fresh strawberries into my diet this week. And apples with the peel on, of course. And so if you don't like, these are gala apples, because I like gala apples because they're consistently sweet. And shout out to the Pacific Northwest, Washington State to be exact. These are cosmic apples from the great state of Washington in the Pacific Northwest. And when I say Pacific Northwest, y'all, that's just the West Coast above California, meaning Oregon and Washington. Okay, Pacific Northwest. Now you know. And My ones, my Sun Sweet Prunes, and they're called ones because each one is individually wrapped and is full of fiber. You can thank me later. Yeah, so that's what I'm using. And y'all don't forget, also to ensure good digestion, I am sprinkling. I don't sprinkle salt at all. I don't salt my food at the table at all. I never have done that. It was always too salty for me. And because as you know, y'all, I'm sharing my journey. As you know, I'm on high blood pressure medication, and I don't want to continue to take high blood pressure medication. My blood pressure is very well controlled on blood pressure medication, as it should be. So it is concerning if you are on high blood pressure medication or medications with an S, multiple prescriptions, all to control your high blood pressure, and it's still uncontrolled. That, my friends, is a problem. That would be a problem. If you're on one or more high blood pressure medications and that blood pressure is still not controlled, that is a huge problem. So I hope that is something that I hope I also lose is I hope I lose the tether to me taking blood pressure medication. Yeah, it's 50 and beyond. And I want that and beyond to be my best years, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm focusing on those things right now. And so I do also have some Miralax. And so I don't sprinkle salt, but I do sprinkle a little Miralax on whatever I am eating. So in the cabbage, and I'll prepare cabbage at least 2 ways to finish up the week here, just to give me a little variety. Variety is the spice of life. And I'll prepare my cabbage 2 ways. And when I eat cabbage, and it's going to be a little bit of cabbage every day because that's cabbage is good roughage. Other things, greens, collard greens. I usually have collard greens by themselves, just collard greens because they have a specific texture. If you know collard greens, and then turnips and mustards. My mama always mixed the turnips and mustards together, and so that's what I do too. So any greens, y'all, any greens. The more green it is, the more fiber. Okay, so yeah, that part. Oh, Vicky's World says that's one thing I don't have is high blood pressure. Well, if you don't have a friend, I do, and so I'm always cognizant of my blood pressure, and so y'all. I sleep in my bed alone because I'm waiting for my husband to find me. I'm waiting on my king to find me, if you know what I mean. I hope that made you laugh. But what is in my bed, on the other side of my bed that I'm holding for my king, is my blood pressure machine. My blood pressure cuff. Yeah. Yes. 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 And the remotes and my iPad. Full transparency. Full transparency. Yes. 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 And yes. Yes. Vicky's World 2 Moms. That's one way I am prepping for my cabbage. I'm taking half of my cabbage. Just what Vicky's World said. Vicky's World says, I'm making fried cabbage with onions and hamburger for dinner tonight. It is a 10 out of 10 for KendyK. I'm following you. I'm following you with that Vicky's World. Welcome in, Mrs. Paula. Good day, good friend. How are ya? Yes, we are pushing high fiber into our diets. And let me tell you, there are recommendations on your fiber intake. So let's talk about it. There are daily recommendations for your fiber intake into your diet. It is recommended, and this was in information given to me by my dietitian, by the registered dietitian, who is also part of my weight loss journey and my health team. Okay. Before, let's talk about ladies first. Ooh, ladies first, ladies first. Ooh, ladies first, ladies first. I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about, that song. Okay, but anyway, so ladies first, let's talk about those who are 50 and fabulous. Okay, so if you are 50, like KendyK, or you are 50 and fabulous, that means when I say and fabulous, that means and more. Okay, so if you are 50 and more, then friends, we need 21 grams of fiber in our diet every day. That's the recommended. That's a recommendation from the Institute of Medicine. Okay. 21 grams of fiber in our diet per day if you are 50 and fabulous. So when I say and fabulous, I'm talking about those who are over 50. Of course. Mhm. 50 and beyond. 21 grams of fiber in our diet per day is the recommendation. Males need, who are 50 and fabulous. Okay. If you're 50 years old, older, and a male, 30 grams of fiber is the recommended fiber intake per day. Okay. So keep those things in mind. And yeah, Mrs. Paula, that just means you are 50 and fabulous, 61 and better. Yes, fibered up. Mrs. Paula, I love that. Let's get fibered up. Fibered up, ready to go. Fibered up, ready to go. Yes. Fibered up. Oh, I love that, Mrs. Paula. Mrs. Paula said fibered up. Okay. Women of a particular age, if you are 50 and fabulous, we need 21 grams of fiber in our diet per day. That's the recommended. That's the recommendation from the Institute of Medicine. Yes. And putting this in our chat so that it's in the atmosphere. 21 grams of daily fiber. I'm pinning that to the top. And you know what? In a minute, I'm gonna we 61 and better, 50 and fabulous. I love that. Pray it up. Oh, and five it up. Mrs. Paula, you better come on in here with a word. You better come on in here with a right word, Mrs. Paula. Mrs. Paula said, pray it up and five it up. Amen. Amen. I do my devotion with the Lord. I spend time with the Lord as soon as I open my eyes. Amen. And it's kind of like it's muscle memory, right? It's muscle memory. If you develop that habit of prayer and that habit of praise, it is muscle memory for your soul. hmm 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 Yeah, when my house is quiet, that is when I can hear from God. Yes. hmm Yeah. So, you know, I don't need an alarm anymore. I just wake up somewhere between 5 and 5:30, and I know God did that. Mhm. So I just go in straight on into Thanksgiving. Yes. And in a posture of prayer. Yes. And then I like to look at my daily word. Yes. 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 All of those things. Whatever you do, y'all, do it with intention. And it takes somewhere between 30 and 45 days of being intentional to form a habit, and you're building muscle memory day by day. hmm 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 And so, y'all, I was just on week 3. I'm on week 4 now, but I was just on week 3, and something happened on my Zepbound weight loss journey. Let me tell you what happened. So my shot date taking Zepbound is on Fridays. And in week 3 was my travel week. And leading to the travel week, I was always thinking, because I had saw so many YouTubers like Amy Loses It. She just took a cruise and she just talked about how do you travel while on a GLP-1 with medication that it is suggested that it be refrigerated. How do you travel? So many have talked about it. And to the point that I was like, why are they making such a big deal about it? Okay. And so off and on, I just kept thinking during week 2, okay, so am I going to take my shot a little early and then I don't have to worry about it because it's just a shot a week. You just do an injection a week, and I'm on the 2.5, which is the lowest dose of Zepbound. Am I going to take it early, or am I going to take the shot with me for my travel week, my work travel week? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? No, and Mike, be cool now, Mike. We over here just chit chatting, but we might have to put you in timeout. Okay. Um. So all that week of week 2, I was watching folks, and lots of people were talking about what they do when they travel, how to take their injection with them when they travel, take it early. And some folks, I think Low Carb Queen, she went on a cruise in December, I think, and I think she opted. She missed her dose, or she forgot her dose, or she was with intention taking a break from her dose because of her vacay. I don't know. Anyway, there is lots of recommendations out there, and y'all, I don't know. I guess because travel weeks are what they are for me, travel weeks. So in all of the fury to get things and be prepared for in-person work and all of that good stuff, I forgot to take my week 3 dose, and I forgot to take it with me as well. Yep, yep, yep. No, I didn't take the shot with me. So I'm here to fess up. I did not have my week 3 dose. So I'm now on week 4 of my Zepbound journey. But Saturday morning, when I took my week 4 shot, it was actually just my 3rd dose of Zepbound. Yep, I'm fessing up. KendyK is human. And in making sure I had clothes, y'all, because I primarily work at home. So as I was preparing for my travel week and working in person, knowing I had to have full-fledged work clothes, right? Because I even had to go to a conference. It was my pleasure. It was a great conference, by the way. And I went to a conference, so I had to have clothes, like real clothes, because like typically, y'all, I work from home. So basically I can be in pajama pants or yoga pants at the bottom and, make it look good, waist up. You know how we do. You know how we do. And so, because 50 and fabulous, right? And in all of that, y'all, I thought about my injection for week 3 as I'm sitting at the gate waiting on my Delta flight, waiting to board my flight. And I said, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All of that thinking, rethinking, hearing from Amy Loses It, hearing it from Low Carb Queen, and so many other YouTubers who have talked about what they do when they are traveling while they are also on their weight loss journey using a GLP-1. And yeah, it happens. No. So the good news is I did not feel hungry. So I missed the dose. I missed the dose. And when I got home, if you know anything about the travel week, I came back from work travel sick. And so what I don't know. I did not feel hungry. I basically ate one meal a day while I was, in person working, and it worked fine. I did not feel hungry. I did not get hungry until Friday, which is my normal. So I made it a whole nother week off of my week 2 dose because I forgot to take the week 3 dose with me, and I forgot to take it early. So whatever happened, it happened, and I learned the lesson. So I'm here to tell you, I did reach out to Low Carb Queen, and I said, Kim, that's Low Carb Queen. I said, Kim, I left my dose at home, and I didn't take it. And she's like, no, don't worry about it. She was like, the medicine is still in your system. Don't worry about it. And she's right. I did not feel hunger again until the next Friday, which is my normal dose days. That I didn't get the urge to want to do that mindless snacking that I do, which is my problem anyway. And I need to break the cycle, and I'm breaking the cycle. Thanks to the Zepbound medication, it is silencing the food noise and that need or want to. And yeah, I can plan good meals, and I had planned good meals because I'd already been working with a registered dietitian for a year and a half before I started my Zepbound weight loss journey. But the snacking, or the urge to snack, I was using food and snacking to satisfy some other things that I was needing. Yeah, yeah. I'm just being honest. Yeah, I'm learning these things and sharing what I'm learning in the hopes that it might help in uh, someone else, because they might be going through the same things. Yeah, I'm a snacker. Yeah, I'll eat good meals. I'll plan good meals. I fix good meals, healthy meals, balanced meals, um, with high in protein, low carbs, high in fiber. And then I will snack. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all look for the Sun Sweet Prunes. And the bag of them is called Ones, but each one of them are individually wrapped inside the package. And the package is a clear package. And so you're going to find these over by the raisins and the craisins. That's where you're going to find them. Yep, yep. And I love that they're individually wrapped, and they work so well for my travel weeks. And y'all, I just keep one in my in my purse, or keep one in the car, in the middle console. I don't know what y'all have in the middle console. We'll have to do a video on that. What's in your middle console in your car? Got some interesting things in there. I keep some Zyrtec in there because you know me and my allergies. Yes, yes, yes. Mrs. Paula, exactly, Mrs. Paula. Eating our feelings. Yep, yep. Prunes, y'all. The reason why I like the ones which are individual, that's what they're called. Sun Sweet ones. 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 Because each one is individually packaged. Okay. And they are good stuff for candy because they do have a sweetness to them. Yes. And when you open that package of ones and you taste them, they're going to be so fresh. They're not dried and nope, nope. You're going to taste them. And they've got a juiciness in them, and they're soft, and you just chew, 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 chew. And you're getting that fiber in, and you're keeping everything flowing in the right way. So I always say a prune a day keeps everything flowing in the right way for good digestive health. And yeah, one side effect of taking the GLP-1 is losing weight. That's a positive side effect, right? And then we've got another side effect that it's going to slow down your digestive functions. And so, in order to counter that, we've got to give ourselves, make sure that we are fibered up, as Mrs. Paula said. Mrs. Paula, thank you for that. That resonated with me, friend. Thank you. We are fibered up. Y'all, so I'm getting ready and let me go ahead and wash my veggies down and let me get my day going. I wish you a great day in these YouTube streets and in whatever your day brings to you, y'all. Do it with intention. Be kind on purpose to someone. Yeah. Let's put goodness out into the world. I'm gonna take y'all along with, but oh yeah, we got some battery. We got some battery. Yeah. Whatever you do, do it with intention. So I'm gonna wash my fruits and veggies and do what I set out to do when I decided, hey, I maybe can go live and talk with my people. So hey y'all, hey, it's KendyK. Okay. Let's grab a bowl and let's get her done. And let's grab a bowl and let's get her done. Okay. I take off the trying to make sure y'all can still see. I take off, I'll do it like this. How about that? KendyK, here you go, KendyK. Here you go, KendyK. I always trying to do the most. I'm trying to make sure my people can see. Well, y'all get the picture. How about that? Well, there we go. Y'all get the picture. There. There we go. I take off my stems. I'm just showing y'all what I do. Okay. I'm pulling off those little stems. Now, this is how I prepare my fruit. My berries are nice and firm, and I always give them a little once over because you know they sell them in the 1 pound flour. See, that one's got a little. Throw that one away. Now these are the berries I haven't eaten yet. Now, if your berries are you know on the last leg, you can't do any of this thing that I'm doing to wash the berries because y'all the berries are bad. If they're bad, you probably should toss them. But to each his own. I'm just showing you what I do. So I'm taking off the leaves, the stems off of my strawberries. Good morning. Welcome in, friends. I'm trying to monitor the comments, and we're over here washing berries. So the good thing is our prunes don't need any washing. Prune a day. Yeah, I literally keep them in my coffee station in a little bowl. Where is the little bowl? What happened to the little bowl? Oh. Yep. I keep them in this little ramekin. Prune a day for good digestive health. And it looks like I need to add some sweet ones to my grocery list. Okay. Oh, y'all got some berries under here. And another prune. Welcome in, friends. Yeah, I think that's right. You know, when we eat too many processed foods, our body just is craving those chemicals. Okay. in the processed food. Yeah, our body is craving those chemicals. So then, friends, this is what I do. Oh, got a little piece of leaf on there. So, friends, these are the strawberries. And this is my 2-ingredient fruit and veggie wash. And I just spray those babies down with my 2-ingredient fruit and veggie wash. And then I'm going to soak those berries. Now, my apples, I like to put them in some hot water, but my berries, you got to be delicate with these berries. The same thing with your blackberries and your raspberries. And yeah, I'm going to keep these, I'm going to soak them in that. Yeah, saturated them with my 2-ingredient fruit and veggie wash. Do the same thing with my blackberries, but I do my blackberries now. I only do the blackberries that I'm going to eat for the day because y'all, they're very delicate. So I'm going to take about half of these blackberries, and they were yummy. So take a few blackberries because then I'll have some blackberries and some blueberries. And again, I'm going to hit them with my 2-ingredient fruit and veggie wash. And then I'm going to go ahead and soak them. And I just use the filtered water out of my refrigerator. My Samsung Bespoke. I'm soaking them. I hit them with the 2-ingredient fruit and veggie wash that I make myself. And I'm going to soak them. And guys, I'm just going to gently agitate them because the thing about blackberries now, y'all do know there can be little bugs in the blackberries now. Blackberries, y'all, there can be bugs in the blackberries. So watch it carefully. Watch it carefully on the blackberries. Soak them, agitate them. And that's why you got to use a 2-ingredient fruit and veggie wash, because that will make, if there are any little bugs in there, then they won't like it and they will move out of the fruit. Okay. But you want to soak them just for 2 or 3 minutes. Don't go further than that in your blueberries or your blackberries, because the fruit is delicate. Now, it's different from an apple. An apple, you can soak that apple for 30 minutes if that's what you choose to do. If that's what you choose to do, you can soak the apple for a minute or two. Okay. I mean, for 3-4 minutes. But let me get this stuff out of the way, friends. I'm just putting down a kitchen towel. I don't know how to say that word. Towel. I don't know. That'll help me out. Okay. So I'm gonna grab the blackberries first. I'm presuming that's been about 2 minutes. And I'm going to just rinse them again without the 2-ingredient fruit and veggie wash. I make my own 2-ingredient fruit and veggie wash. It's all natural, 100% all natural. And yes, I have a video on it. And then we're going to lay them out and let them dry. Oh, let me see. I buy paper towels in bulk. So lay them out and let them dry. A lot of people wash their fruit and then they wonder why. Well, when I wash my fruit, it turns moldy. Did you let your fruit dry? Did you lay it out and let it dry? That's the direction they're not remembering. You got to let it dry, friends. So I'm eating my fresh strawberries and blackberries because fiber. Okay. Let me grab my berries. Let's get those rinsed. I let them soak in my 2-ingredient fruit and veggie wash with water after I saturated them. And then I'm just rinsing them off Give them another good rinse. And soaky, soaky, soaky. Now do your strawberries, y'all. Do your strawberries. Keep it short too. Keep it short. 2 minutes or so. On your blackberries and your raspberries. And your strawberries, you might can go to stretch that to 3 minutes, okay? So do you see how I'm laying them out so that they can air dry? Now, friends, if your berries were bad, then this is not going to work, okay? It's not going to work. And if you're not willing to lay your berries out like this and let them air dry, it's not going to work. This is what KendyK does. Yes. And can you tell, yes, I have OCD tendencies, but my fruit lasts. I'm just saying. My fruit lasts. Yeah, so these are my berries. We are letting them go. Blackberries and strawberries. And don't forget, y'all, if you are on a GLP-1, I am learning just to sprinkle a little bit of Miralax on my food, and I can't taste it. I can't taste it. It's unflavored. And you don't even need a spoonful. Just sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. Same thing with my apple. And y'all, that might be the last apple in the house. Yep. That is the last apple in the house. So I'm using it because my health is important to me. So again, hit that baby with your 2-ingredient fruit and veggie wash. Because y'all know, you do know they put a thin coat of wax on our fruit. Hey there, Nichols Journey Extras. How are you, friend? Thank you for coming in here with kindness. I appreciate that. We appreciate you. We appreciate that. Oh, Mrs. Collins gone to walk her dog, get her steps in for healthy living. Appreciate you. So yeah, I'm gonna let my apple soak. Y'all, this is the last apple in the house. KendyK, you're gonna have to build getting over there to the Sam's Club to get you some more of those cosmic apples. But I did see that they now have cosmic apples, and I don't know if they've been having them at Aldi's. So y'all pick up some cosmic apples because they're consistently sweet. But what kind of apple do you like? Do you like, these are gala apples. Do you like pink ladies? Y'all remember Red Delicious? And I like those yellow. There's a lot of yellow apples. I like those. Those have a really distinct flavor too. So this is some warm water that I am using here. You can use hot water for an apple. Okay. But yeah, you got to get that. That's why I make my own 2-ingredient fruit and veggie wash, because you've got to get that wax. They put pretty wax on the apples and stuff like that, so that we will want to buy it. You got to get that stuff off, right? I want the fiber. I don't want the wax that they put on it or that they sprayed on it. Same thing with my cabbage. When I wash my cabbage, I'll pull out these outer leaves, and then I'll soak my cabbage in hot water, and that'll help it cook faster too. And then you can get bug, y'all. This is real food. This is whole food, and so yeah. And I think you'll notice that that apple is now dull in color. Let y'all see it. It's not shining anymore, is it? Because we got that wax off of it. Yeah. Yeah, we got the wax off of it with our 2-ingredient fruit and veggie wash. I am going to put that in the comments right now because I say that and sometimes I forget because I'm 50. Charge it to my head and not to my heart. So let me grab that for you right now. KendyK's 2-ingredient fruit and veggie wash. All natural, 100% all natural. Yeah. So if you are watching this on the replay or if you are joining us in the live stream, y'all, the recommendation from the Institute of Medicine recommends that women of a particular age, if you're 50 and fabulous, 21 grams of fiber in your diet per day. If you are less than 50 years old, between the ages of 19 and 49, 25 grams of fiber in your diet. If you are breastfeeding, 29 grams of fiber is the recommendation for women. And if you are expecting, if you're pregnant, 28 grams of fiber in your diet per day. But for me, 50 and fabulous, 21 grams of fiber is the recommended daily fiber intake. For adult males who are 50 and fabulous, or 50 and older, 30 grams of fiber in your diet per day is the recommendation. And for adult males, 19 to 50, 38 grams of fiber. And so the thing of it is, we just need to focus on being intentional about increasing fiber intake in our diet. And so I got all this information from my registered dietitian, who is part of my health and weight loss team, in addition to my primary care physician. Insoluble fiber, I have heard that term. Insoluble fiber does not mix in water or form a gel. It's also found in many whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, but is not as easily fermented as soluble fiber. An increased intake of insoluble fiber has shown to help with weight control and regulating your bowel movements. Poop. It may also improve heart health and blood sugar regulation. Soluble fiber refers to a substance that dissolves in water and forms into a gel. If you've ever mixed chia seeds with liquid, you may have seen this process in action. And I believe that was, or did I watch something from Calamity Jane? Now check out Calamity Jane. She is also taking the Zepbound, and she is a type 1 diabetic. So who is using Zepbound for her weight loss journey as well, with great results. Soluble fiber, she was talking about using chia seeds. Lots of YouTubers who are sharing their GLP-1 weight loss journey talk about chia seeds. I've had chia seeds, and but I had it in like a little gelatin type stuff. So I guess that what they're saying is I could just make it myself. Okay, I get it. I get it. Soluble fiber is commonly found in foods such as oats, barley, citrus fruits, and legumes, beans. It's generally readily fermented in the gut. An increased intake of soluble fiber has been shown to lower cholesterol, maintain heart health, regulate blood sugar levels, and reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. Okay. Okay. So we need soluble and insoluble fiber in our diets to keep everything flowing in the right way. Y'all, I'm not a medical provider, and this is not medical advice. But what I am telling you is what I'm doing to be on the road to better health. Y'all, these are my fiber rich foods for the week. It is a fresh fruits and vegetables and a heavy dose of cabbage. Yes, every day. Fiber in your diet every day keeps everything flowing in the right way. Goodbye for now. Oops. Oh no.